Hi everybody. Well, today I received the rack for the back of the bike. We're going to unpack the rack, put it together, get it installed on the bike, and I'll let you know what I think of it. So right out of the box, I gotta say I'm impressed with the quality. The paint job could be better. There are some areas don't have powder coat. It's minimal. Not really a big issue, I hope. Now this does not come with directions, but it's pretty simple to put together. So what you do, you take this, it goes underneath. So the side like that, facing out, goes underneath I would say this is the left side. And then you just put these screws right through there. And it comes with these little round hook type things so you can tie stuff to the rack if you wanted to. You don't want to tighten this up because we still got to get this on the vehicle. So we leave everything loose for now. Then we do this side. Again, tabs facing out. You can Loctite these if you want. I don't think there's going to be a need for me to Loctite them, but you never know. If you want to, Loctite them. If you don't, don't. This bike doesn't vibrate like a Harley, so everything's loose, as you can see here. These washers are going to go on the Can-Am, so we're going to go out there, take that Can-Am apart, and get it ready to install this rack. First thing we're going to do is we're going to open up the bags. That way it gives you access to these bolts right here on the handles for the seat. We're using a 6mm Allen wrench or a socket. I'm going to back this off. So you're going to take off the bolt in this washer. Set it right down there. Take off this side. Okay. Take off that bolt and washer. There are washers inside this bracket on the back side, so don't lose those. This handle does have one more screw back here on this little strap. You don't need to take that out because all you're going to do is you're going to pull this back to get the rack in. Now we're going to go and take off that side. Take that washer and screw or bolts. I'm always mixing those up. Bolt, screw, whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. Set it over there. Same thing. Bolt, washer. Slide this out. There's a washer back here. Don't want to lose that. And there's another one in here. Whoops. Slid out. Alright, so I took both washers out. Okay, we're going to get the rack and see if we can get that baby on there. Alright, so the washers that came with the rack, you put those on first. Then the rack is going to go on. So we'll do one side first. And then we'll slide this side on next. So that's how it's going to go. Now what I'm going to do before I tighten anything down is put the handles on. Now the handle doesn't go completely flush like it used to. So there's no sense in putting these washers in there because they're just going to jump around and make noise inside of there. So you put your bolt back in, line everything up, put it all back in. So now we tighten everything back up, good and snug. Put the handle back in, start your bolts. Get it all lined up. Tighten these up. Your washers that you don't need to use, save them for, I don't know, maybe take this rack off and sell it, and you got to put the handles back on the way they were. I always like to save my parts. So handles are in, seats are back in place. The only thing that's left to do now is tighten these 3 screws on both sides. So I want to hold this bracket here, and then we're just gonna tighten the screw down. And you can put these rings on any way you want. You put them like that, put them like that, whatever you want to do. Screwdriver works well, or another Allen wrench to hold these in place while you're tightening these screws. What do you think of the new rack? I think it looks awesome. I think it's going to be able to handle whatever I put on this thing. Really sturdy. I tell you, just by itself, it is it's a great rack, and it's super huge. You could put just about anything on this thing, and I will. As soon as the trunk comes in, or the tour pack for this, I am going to put it on here. So the reason I went with this, because my wife wants a backrest, and I saw the prices on those things, and they were like $700 for the Can-Am, and I couldn't see myself spending that kind of money just for a backrest. So I decided to go this route. I bought the rack, I got the tour pack coming in, and it's going to cost me just a little under the $700 number. Listen, I'm going to put a link to this in the description below, in case you guys, you know, are interested in this kind of a rack. I gotta tell you, the quality is outstanding on this rack, except for the areas that I talked about earlier. The powder coat, you know, was missing on a couple of nicks or whatever they were. Not a big issue, but man, that looks good. I think it looks really good on the Can-Am. But anyway, that's just me. And now, you guys and gals understand why I did the stubby antenna. Comes right underneath the rack. All right, everybody. Godspeed. You'll all be safe out there on the road. Bye-bye.